That was not what you think it was.
When I walked in the room, you were kissing.
No. We weren't doing anything. He was kissing me. I did not return the gesture. As a matter of fact, if you hadn't walked in, he'd probably have a black eye right about now.
Don't do this.
Do what? What?
I know what I saw, Harley. That kiss wasn't one-sided. You were giving as good as you got.
Okay, so maybe I kissed him back a little. Okay, but I really was about to slug him.
You kissed him back a little.
Rick, sometimes something like that, you know, it catches you by surprise, okay? You, of all people, should know that about a kiss.
What are you trying to tell me?
What I am saying to you is, it didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything, okay? It was just it was a physical, I don't know, whatever, but you are the one I care about. You are the one I want to be with,
Don't do
Rick.
this.
Do what?
Do that. One of the reasons that we have gotten to be such good friends, Harley, is that we've attempted to be honest with each other even when it hurt. And this hurts. We have been playing this huge denial game from the day that our son was born, and now it's going to stop. It's time that we face the truth, Harley, and start sorting out our future.
Right now?
Yes, right now.
I want to talk to you. You were in Springfield for 2 full weeks? And you didn't want to tell us just because you didn't want to see your mother? I mean, that's a hell of a thing to say. Sweetheart, I was really worried about you.
Yeah, I know, Daddy, and I'm sorry. I really hated to worry you, but I came here to see you, not her.
Honey, where were you staying all this time? Where were you sleeping?
Marina, your mother just asked you a question.
I found places.
Places? What places? Where? What do you...
No, like the shed behind the school, the park, doorways, stuff like that. Nobody bothered me.
Nobody bothered you? You're lucky to still be in one piece here. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't freeze to death.
How did you eat?
Well, I had a little bit of money at first, and then when it ran out, I just asked people for spare change.
You begged on the street?
No, at the mall. And then I found this restaurant where they just leave food out. I mean, it was easy.
You stole food. Like my food? The baklava bandit?
I can't believe I'm hearing this. My daughter, my little girl, is sleeping on the streets. She's begging for money and she's stealing food. I mean, is that a hell of a lot better than just telling us that you're here?
Well, yeah, anything was better than being with her.
Excuse me. Her has a name. And she is your mother.
Not anymore, she's not. Look, she had her chance and she blew it. I don't want anything else to do with her, ever.
There's nothing to talk about because there's nothing going on between Gus and me.
Harley. Every time that you two are in the room together, sparks fly.
Yeah, sparks, okay. Sparks of annoyance and frustration.
And intense attraction. Sit down. You know, I know that. Because you and Gus have the one thing that you and I've never had. We have a great friendship. We have mutual respect for each other. But Harley, there's never been any sparks.
So what? Really, I don't care about that. I think the other things you said are so much more important.
The other things are very important, Harley, but there's never been any heat between us, and you know that.
Heat? Look, you want heat? Look where we are. This is the perfect situation, okay?
Right,
you want a little heat?
We can go ahead and do that all over again and start laughing at each other, just like we did last time, right? That's not going to work out between us.
Don't say that. Listen to me. We haven't even really given this a good try.
Harley, we have
Rick.
given it more than a try, and frankly, I'm exhausted from this effort, aren't you? Come on.
What is this really about, huh? Is this about Mel?
No, this is not about
is?
Mel. This is about us. This is about the truth of our relationship.
Wait, because I want to tell you something first about the sparks that you're talking about, okay? And this is something that you and I have already learned, but you are conveniently forgetting, Rick. All that longing, all that sexual sizzle that you feel at the beginning. Well, I'll tell you, as great as it feels at the beginning is how lousy it feels at the end, and you know that.
Such the romantic.
Marriages that go the distance are the ones that are based on partnership.
Harley, listen to you. Listen to you. You sound so desperate. Do you hear yourself?
Well, that's flattering.
But you are desperate, aren't you? Desperate not to go through all that pain you just described. I mean, that's why you're latching on me, because I'm safe. You know that you're not going to get hurt because you're not in love with me, Harley. Like you were with Philip. Like you may be with Gus if you ever gave him the chance.
I want you to apologize to your mother.
No, Frankie, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yes, this has been brewing for a long time. Just let her say what she needs to say. So go on. Get it out.
You know, maybe I don't feel like it right now.
Oh, that darn kid. The grief she's given Frank and Eleni.
Teenagers. It'd be exasperating.
Well, yeah, you know, not that I know all that much. I mean, I missed the boat on two or three of mine. Lucy was a good kid, you know. Took care of me. Oh, I don't want to make the same mistake again.
Are you talking about Rocky and Coop?
You know who I'm referring to. I mean, I love those boys more than my life, and I haven't seen them in, what, how long?
Too long.
So I'm not a perfect parent. Who is?
Don't look at me.
So love is the most important thing.
Love is the only thing.
I mean, you know, it's not that Jenna's relatives don't love Rocky and Coop. It's just... I'm their dad, you know, so... Oh, please, come on, you're lapping this up. It's like it's not, I told you so is across your forehead and big you know. Okay, all right, the plane ticket's still good.
They better be for what I paid for them.
Okay. England, here I come. And I'll go back and bring home my kids where they belong.
Hallelujah.
Marina, you went through a lot of trouble to get our attention, so you better start talking fast.
I just wish...
Sweetheart, you wish what? What?
I just wish she could be like other moms.
What does that mean, like other moms? I don't get it.
Well, like a million ways. I mean, like, okay, first of all, you were never around. I mean, you were always out with Kane or with your friends.
Okay, now, that is an
I
exaggeration.
mean, like, why can't you just be normal? Like, do stuff with me. Like, take me to the mall.
I offered plenty of times. You never wanted to go.
Yeah, that's because I could tell you didn't really mean it. And I mean, other kids' moms, they keep tabs on them. They make them say what they're doing every second of every day.
You would have liked that? Every time I try to ask about your whereabouts, you bite my head off.
Yeah, and the studying. I mean, you never made me study. You didn't even care what I did.
Marina, I know that I have not been the best mother that I could have been. I admit it. I have made mistakes. But, honey, I would really like to wipe the slate clean.
All right, Cooper, I want you to look at what's happened between us honestly and objectively. And tell me that I'm wrong. Go ahead. Now, we slept together once, which never would have happened if we weren't both such desperately lonely people. In fact, it was such a mistake that you never even told me that you were pregnant at first.
But when I did tell you I was pregnant, look what happened. You asked me to marry
Right,
you.
and not
see?
only did you say no, Harley, but you moved clear across the country to get away from me.
I came back. And when I did, I came back with a very clear perspective.
We gave it a shot
about
as a
this.
couple to do the right thing for our son. But the fact is, Harley, we avoided sex since the day our child was conceived. And the other day when we convinced ourselves to elope, when push came to shove, we couldn't go through with it, could we?
Come on, that's because Frank and Mel called to tell us about Danny. How are we supposed to do anything?
Thank God they called. Harley, if getting married were the right thing to do, it would have happened.
No,
between us.
no, because
Yes,
we are
it
so
would have. No,
close to having
we're not,
everything.
Harley.
Rick, we are so
Harley,
close to being
Harley,
perfect.
we're not. We're good friends. We're good friends. You'd be the ideal wife for me if I loved you. Which I don't. And you don't love me either, Harley.
Rick.
You don't.
But I adore you.
And I adore you. But on a very fundamental level, I can't give you what you need. And you can't give me what I need either. The chemistry between us just isn't there.
But so much else is there.
I wanted this to work so bad. The last thing I wanted to do was for history to repeat itself with my family, but it has. But facing the truth, Harley, isn't failure. It's being brave. And it's time for us to do that. It's time for us to move forward and do what's right for our little boy.
What about Jude?
Jude will have both of us. He'll still have his mommy and daddy, but just not on the same roof. That's all. You know that I'm right.
You are right. You are right. You are. I can't do this anymore.
Well, at least we can look back at this moment 20 years from now and know that we did everything we could to try to make it work. Right?
You bought that swing set and put it together all by yourself.
It took me 7 hours and 3 trips to the hardware store to
I
do
know.
it.
I was very proud of you. You made me cocoa bath.
Right, and you ate it.
Big sacrifice.
Not compared to your cooking, believe me.
Hey, it's not like we didn't try to have sex.
I mean, the problem was every time we tried, we started laughing at each other.
Why was that? Why? I mean, look at you. You're so handsome. You're so kissable.
And you're pretty cute yourself.
I just don't get it. I don't get that. I don't understand.
Neither do I. But you know what? Sometimes things just aren't meant to be.
But Jude was meant to be.
Jude was definitely meant to be.
So, what happens now?
I guess we go back just to being us. Right?
So you'll be moving out, I guess?
I guess so.
Darn. I mean, you always keep the house so clean, and you always remember to buy milk.
I'll bring the milk. I will bring the milk every time I come visit our son. Deal?
You want him to stay with me?
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay because I trust you. And we love each other, right?
To be living with me, then we're going to need to establish some ground rules.
Okay.
First off, I don't ever want to hear you mouth off to your mother like that again. Clear?
What did we miss?
Marina's going to be staying with Frank to the end of the school year.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a good call, right?
I'm not sure you're going to say that in June, since my granddaughter left, a year ago. She's become sort of a handful.
Well, but she's able to express her feelings, especially about her mother.
Well, I think Frank will take care of that.
Well, I hope he can handle it. What's with you and Rick? You guys fighting?
No, not fighting exactly. Just nothing. Everything's okay.
Why should I apologize to her?
Because you were rude.
All I did was say the truth.
Your version of it.
Are you saying that you don't believe me?
Honey, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that there's two sides to every story. And we're a family, and families...
You guys are divorced, though.
We are still a family. And this family will treat each member with kindness and respect, no matter how angry we are or how right we think we may be. Do you understand that? Now, would you do me a favor and exercise a little humility here and tell your mother that you're sorry?
Not for what I said, but for the way in which I said it.
Just apologize.
I'm sorry, Mom.
So am I. I love you, sweetie.
Okay, good. That's better, much better. Now, let's get back to those ground rules. On school nights, I want you in by 9. On weekends, by 10.
Dad!
You said you wanted some ground rules. You're going to get them. You also said you wanted some attention. You're going to get that, too. Your father, right here, will be available to you 24/7. You got your Aunt Harley over there. You got your grandpa. And maybe we should let your mother in on this, too.
Frank,
What? You're a part of this. And I think it'd be better if we maybe kind of all work this out together. Is there any way you can maybe stay in Springfield
She doesn't want to be here.
for a little while?
No, she likes it in California.
honey, it's not home without you.
You mean without Kane?
Hey, excuse me? I asked you not to do that. What do you think?
Thank you, Frank. I would love to stay. Thank you.
I think it would be best. For all of us.
Hi, sleepy. Did you have a good nap? Look at you. Oh, delicious. Did you tell him yet?
No, I thought that we'd do that together. Okay?
I don't really know how to do this. I mean, it's not like he really understands anyway, but
No.
I want to. You know what I mean?
Hey, come here.
We have to talk to you for 1 second.
Can you sit down? There you go.
What a big boy.
I guess we can just start off by telling how much we love him.
Mm-hmm. We love you.
And we do. Your mommy and daddy love you with all our heart. And that's never going to change.
But the thing is, we're not going to live with Daddy anymore, okay? But it's going to be okay because everything else is still going to be the same. We're all going to be together for all the important stuff, like your first step.
Yeah. And your first baseball game. And your first day at school. We'll be there.
Mm-hmm. And your first crush.
Yeah. And your first job. Your mom and daddy will both be there. When you scrape your knee. When you scrape your knee or when you play your first baseball game. We'll both be there, I promise you. Okay?
I promise to.
And for as long as mommy and daddy are on this earth, we're going to love you with all our heart. That's never going to change.
Never.